Well, the Celtics were able to take care of business as the favorite at home in Game 1. But a lot of teams weren't. In that first day of the NBA playoffs, 3 out of 4 of the higher seeds
Did you lose your shirt
lost the game. In the Eastern Conference, most notably the Sixers, and I know Nick Gelso is dying to rip apart the Sixers, so we'll just get right to it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have the floor.
Well, covering the whole series last year with Celtics-Sixers, we
That was
all
so much
learned
fun.
that the mental fortitude, they're just not a mentally tough team.
Yeah.
No.
And adding in Jimmy Butler ain't going to change that. Joel Embiid is still a joker. I know the cell phone. I don't know if he was who he was on the phone with. I mean, there's different things going on or texting. But still, on the cell phone during a loss. Yeah. I mean, the Sixers, the best thing they did in the series against the Celtics last year was blow off that cannon full of confetti before the game was over.
That was amazing.
It was just so Philadelphia. I just never fear them. I wanted to see Philadelphia in the second round over Milwaukee for sure.
Yeah, I was really hoping the Celtics and Sixers would match up in the playoffs just because it was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rivalry
Budding
and backstory
rivalry.
there. Yeah, absolutely. It's too bad it won't, but whatever. And was I shocked to see the Sixers drop Game 1? Absolutely not. You mentioned it already. Their mental fortitude is in the pits. They haven't proven anything as far as winning big games. They lost plenty of big games throughout the regular season. Embiid, we know he's a huge talker, amazing player.
Him,
but I think he's great. I think he's great for the game.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys where he likes to talk the talk, so he's going to get it.
Jimmy, I slowed down. I slow-moed it when he was on the phone, and I zoomed in.
I'm sure
he
you
was
did.
on CLNSmedia.com.
Oh, okay,
He really was. I swear to God. No, I'm just
right.
kidding.
No, obviously,
checking out our
I mean,
YouTube.
it had to have been something serious for somebody to have their
for
phone
sure.
out there. But that being said, if you're Embiid, it wasn't Embiid's phone, right? I mean,
go back to the locker room.
But you have to be focused on the
Yes, you
game.
have
to.
This is the playoffs. This is exactly what
what
you've
you
played
play for.
82 games for, and you're expected to win this matchup, and you have to be 100% focused.
Sierra,
Yeah.
it's okay for us to bust on Sixers because Sixers fans have been destroying
And Sixers
the Celtics.
fans are actually the worst.
They're tough. Philadelphia fans in general.
Philly,
I'm from
yeah.
there, so I could say it.
Exhibit A,
Me,
this guy.
Drapes
I
and I.
know.
So, but
I'm very aware.
all season brutalizing Celtics fans. So they get to the playoffs, and granted, it's only been one game, but the Celtics have flipped the switch for one game, and the Sixers have flipped the switch off for that game. It's a shame.
Yeah,
It's a shame.
another upset in the Eastern Conference on Saturday in the first day.
Yeah,
the
that's a good
Raptors,
one,
the
yeah.
2 seed,
Toronto.
lost in the final seconds, a 3-pointer on a 3-point shot. So to see these teams get beat, do you think it plays into the Celtics' confidence at all to see these teams that are higher than them in the standings, but seeing them fall and the Celtics being able to take care of business?
I think if you're the Celtics, you just said it. You have to take care of your own business. You can't focus on what's going on in these other matches because as soon as you start focusing on what's going on in the Raptors series, you're going to lose sight of what's going on in your own. The Raptors are another team, though. They every year are a team that people think are going to go deep, and then LeBron James comes knocking and they go walking. So this year they don't have LeBron James in the way. Nobody does.
Jimmy, that was a great that matched your shirt. They go
Appreciate
walking,
that.
you go talking,
Well,
they
Brent,
go walking.
It's spring, so I decided to bring it today. I'm not going to
I'm
apologize.
dizzy from it a little bit.
I'm not going to apologize. I'm a bit dizzy from any time I look that way.
Oh, thanks.
But going back to what I was saying, the Raptors are another team because they are a team that needs to prove themselves.
Yeah.
So the Celtics, the East appears to be fairly open. I know we still have the Bucks, but we haven't talked about it. They, they should do very well in this postseason. But the Celtics have every reason to believe that they can go far in this series.
One thing's for sure, on that first day, a lot of people were losing their bets.
Oh, they were a lot of losers. At least if they were taking the favorite.
Which is very fitting because betonline.ag is sponsoring this Garden Report. Head to clnsmedia.com/win. Enter promo code CLNS50 for 50% cash back on your first deposit. And one last team we haven't talked about in the Eastern Conference, obviously the number 1 Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis and company. We haven't quite been able to see them play yet, but they're one team along with the Celtics who are going to try to maintain their status in the Eastern Conference, take care of business. Are they really scary to you guys?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Why not?
I mean, they're concerning, I think, but they're the favorite. They're the odds-on favorite all year.
Right.
They ran the Eastern Conference. Things change in the second season. It's a brand new season. Not to use a cliche, but the men separate, and in that in that case, we've not really seen that from Milwaukee. The Celtics took care of them last season, but
that was last season. This
okay.
This is this season.
This is
this
this
season,
season.
the
Different
Bucks
season.
have ran through the
so
schedule.
have Toronto in years past and lost in the playoffs. So has Cleveland with LeBron in the past and lost in the second round of the playoffs.
But they've also gone to the NBA Finals multiple
after
times.
that. Milwaukee hasn't even started on that yet, and on that trajectory yet.
Sure.
Yeah.
They won a lot of regular season games. It's now the playoffs. The Bucks have to prove that they have that mental fortitude. I'll tell you what, the thing with the Bucks that scares the hell out of me, and you guys are going to laugh, Giannis, of course, but Middleton, I have nightmares about.
No, I agree.
I have nightmares about him. So
no, he's a Celtics killer. I mean, Giannis, Middleton, Brogdon, they're a big team. Their matchup issues like crazy, not just for the Celtics, but for every NBA team almost out there. So, yeah, of course they're scary. I think that they would absolutely be the favorite in a series against the Celtics or against any team they're up against until the NBA Finals, where it could, if it's the Warriors.
I fear the Celtics more than I fear any other team in the Eastern Conference. I mean that
Take off your
truthfully
your
because
goggles.
I fear them because they have been self-destructive. They have been self-destructive all season long. They go on a 2 or 3 game tear and then fall apart.
A 2 or 3 game tear? Is that even a thing you can do?
Good point, but you're proving my point. So, and then they fall apart because of drama in the locker room.
Right.
At any moment's notice, any one of those players can start drama again, and the Celtics could fall apart.
Yeah.
So I fear the Celtics themselves, and they should fear themselves more than any other team in the East. Start of the season, you had them at 60-plus games. Won.
I was the only one.
Well,
The only
everybody,
one.
but that's the point. Everybody had them at 60-plus games winning, and they sabotaged themselves.
Okay, I don't know how you got onto this rant. We're talking about the Bucks here.
Because I don't fear the Bucks if the Celtics are the Celtics.
Right.
If they're that 60-win team that we all thought they'd be,
Yeah.
I think we were wrong.
Well, if they did
think we
flip
can
the
say that
switch,
now.
if they did flip the switch, then this postseason,
Yeah.
you're going to see them run through the Eastern Conference. I'm not predicting it.
Right.
The only thing that gets in the way of the Celtics is the Celtics.
Well, it's fun to talk about all the rest of the teams in the Eastern Conference, but the Celtics still have that first round to get through with the Pacers, which they if everything goes as planned, they should take care of the Pacers realistically. Make sure to keep up with all of our content for that series on clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube on CLNS Media.